Hi everyone, my name is Omotola. Today I'll be talking about the group of indigenous people from South Africa, the Zulu people of South Africa. I chose to work on this group of people because I've actually lived with them. I lived in South Africa for 7 years before moving to Canada. So today I'm going to be talking about the brief history of the Zulu people, their tradition, their language, the type of food they eat, their mode of dressing, and how they try to preserve their culture up to this moment. Most of the uh, materials that I use, they are from internet sources as well as from my experience living with this group of people. So, starting from the brief history of the Zulu people, they are a Nguni ethnic group in southern Africa. They are the largest ethnic group and nation in South Africa, and they have estimated population of 10 to 12 million, and they mainly live in KwaZulu-Natal province. Some of them still live in a province called Mpumalanga, and they originated from Nguni communities who took part in the Bantu migrations, and their language is known as isiZulu. The Zulu were originally a major clan in what is known as today's northern KwaZulu-Natal. Although in KwaZulu-Natal we still have some other group of people that live with them. Then the Zulu word, it means the sky. Zulu people refer themselves as the people of the heavens. And according to the oral history, Zulu was the name of the ancestor who founded the royal line in about 1670. Long ago, before the Zulu were forged as a nation, they lived as an isolated family groups and partly nomadic northern Nguni groups. These groups they move about their loosely defined territories in search of games and good grazing for their cattle. As they accumulated livestock and supporters, family member divided and dispersed in different directions while still retaining family networks. Zulu people really cherish having like keeping in touch with their roots, so they have a strong family structure. On this slide, this picture shows how the Zulu people dress traditionally. Most of their clothing are made from animal skin, especially tiger skin. But nowadays, there have been a lot of modification. You see people wearing like normal uh, shirts and pants, but traditionally, the male wears like a shirt made out of animal skin as well as a cape. We see the lady here is putting on a hat made decorated with a lot of beads, and the way the younger people, that is the unmarried people, dress is different from the way the married people dress. Uh, a female young Zulu dress in such a way that you appreciate her body, and while the male also they also dress in order to attract the female. The Zulu homestead, which is known as Nizi, consisted of an extended family and others attached to the household through social obligations. Like I said, the Zulu group they love having extended families, so you see extended families living with each other. Then the social unit was largely self sufficient with responsibilities divided according to their gender. Men were generally responsible for defending the homestead, caring for the cattle, manufacturing and maintaining weapons and farm machineries and implements, as well as building dwellings where they live in. While we have the women They have domestic responsibilities and they raise crops, usually grains, on land near their household. Also, looking at the Zulu family, they are majorly patriarchal. That is, the male is always in charge of the family and take major decisions regarding the family. The food of the Zulu people mainly consists of grains and vegetables. Maize meal is a staple food for the Zulus, and it is usually eaten in a dish called mputu, which is a crumbly maize porridge and is generally eaten cold with amasi. Amasi is a Zulu name for milk, but it is also enjoyed with beans and or cabbage. And they have the traditional beer, which is known as nkomboti. This is made from maize, maize malt, sorghum malt, yeast, and water. This traditional beer is very essential in any of the gatherings that the Zulu have because that is their local beer. Moving on, uh, looking at the culture of the Zulu people, uh, music, song, and dancing have traditionally played an important role in the Zulu society. Dance is an important part of Zulu culture and it is important in maintaining the spirit of solidarity among the group. Traditional Zulu religion include belief in creator God who is referred to as Nkulunkulu, which means is like the all-seeing God. He sees everything, who is above and interacting in day-to-day human life. They communicate, that is, the Zulu people communicate with their ancestors through traditional ila that is called the Sangoma. The Sangoma communicate with the Creator by performing some rites, burning some herbs, saying prayers, and they also use herbs in solving most of their problems and healing different types of diseases that they have. Then the Zulu people try to preserve their tradition by all means. For example, the official language of the Zulu people is still isiZulu. Even anywhere you go, you have to learn how to speak isiZulu because that's the official language, so that the language will not be lost. Then they have this culture of transitioning from childhood to adulthood, which involve various ceremonies. Like, for example, the males, when it's time for them to transit from childhood to adulthood, they go to initiation camps. In these camps, that's where they teach them about growing up to be a responsible man, and also they undergo circumcision in this rite of passage. And also, we have the young females. They participate in what is known as Zulu, the reed dance every year, in order to inculcate the culture and also teach them to be a loyal and responsible female. So here I have a picture depicting the reed dance. We have the young ladies, they go for this every year, while the male, they go for the initiation rite as well. Like I said, all these practices, they are still like, they still practice them every year, and it's a very big thing in South Africa. So that is all about the Zulu people of South Africa. Although there is a lot I can say about them, but just for the purpose of this presentation, so as not to overwhelm you with so much information. And you can also, I can confirm that most of the things that I wrote, they are from these references, which are there for you to also check. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.